faith is disturbing.
Just believe it. Okay!
What's going on, Geeks? So this is episode 434 of the Geeks Under Grace podcast. My name is Cody Armour, and I'm with Andrea Riccati.
Hello.
And not Jonathan. Jonathan's working on Gambison. A Gambison jacket. That's going to look really cool. But we'll talk about that later. I'm sure we'll talk about it all about the Ren Fair when we get back from it. This week, we're geeking out about Pokopia. Pokepia? Pokopia? Pokeepia?
Pokopia.
I'm not sure. Pokopia, yes. Nintendo movies and new seasons at 20th Century Studios. I struggled so hard to type that, and I still typed it wrong. Seasons at 20th Century Studios. It's kind of hard to say, too. Kind of a tongue twister there. But before we get into all of that, I'm trying to think. I don't have anything super big to announce. I am going to the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit in Colorado. It's the Glen Erie Castle in April. Just bought my ticket today. If you haven't been, especially if you're in Colorado, you should go check it out. It's at this beautiful castle that like
And it's a proper
has
castle.
rooms,
a
hotel
proper
rooms.
castle.
Yeah, it's crazy looking. There's these red rock spires that come out. Have you been there? Do you know what I'm?
I went to Colorado Springs just a couple of years ago. Isn't it by Garden of the Gods, around that area?
Yeah, they consider it to be part of Garden, like in Garden of the
Yeah,
Gods.
that's what I thought. We drove to that area, so I have seen it. I've just never been inside.
Oh, cool. It's yeah, it was amazing and really weird because you'll like wake up and the animals are not afraid of anybody, and there
Wow.
are just straight up rams that are very dangerous, and like they have the right of way. They were literally by my lodge. There's different lodges that you can stay at.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to kind of wait until they weren't at the lodge
Oh
to
my
go in
gosh.
because they're very dangerous. There was a deer, and I literally took a video of a deer, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool! Look how close I am! Oh, look, he's getting closer." Then I was like, "Oh no, he's getting very close." Like, could have reached out. Was a little scared I was gonna get attacked. He just walked right past me. It was all good. But it's amazing. So the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit itself is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of nerd culture ministries coming together. There are keynote speakers and workshops for people in the space. And it's been really powerful for Geeks Under Grace, as well as the other like 90 organizations that were there last year. So really excited to go. If you're, like I said, able to go yourself, you should definitely do so. Come say hi. It's really powerful. It's a good time. But that's it. We can talk about our gaming. I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm playing Expedition 33, trying to beat Simon, and that's not an easy task. And I'm going to leave it there. What have you been
Yeah.
playing?
What have I been playing? I've still been playing Fallout New Vegas. I really want to I don't know if I'll be done by the time season 2 of Fallout comes out, but I think I'll have a better understanding of who these characters are. I mean, I've met Mr. House and I've met the Legion. I've met all these different factions so far. I just got to see how it all ties together and how I tie into everything. And then I believe the new season of Fallout, it takes place 10 years later after the conclusion of the game, is what I heard. So I want to see how this
Okay.
game finishes so I can see when the new season comes out, like how does my timeline match up with the shows. So I'm still playing through that. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing all of these new characters, and the quests have been very interesting so far.
Very cool. Well, if that's what we've been playing, we'll get into the gaming news then. Go for it.
All right. So first and foremost, there is Horizon Steel Frontiers. Now, I've not played any of the Horizon games, so I
They're so
uh
good.
they're really good. I keep hearing, I just haven't gotten around to playing it. But there is
Okay.
Horizon Steel Frontiers, which I believe is a cross-platform MMO that the original developers are not uh in hand on. However, I do believe they're closely involved. Um so
Hmm.
it looks like it's a MMO role-playing game designed for mobile devices, but it can also be cross-platformed on PC. Um I don't think this stars any of the main characters from the original games. Maybe if you're more familiar with them, maybe you can have uh
It's
like
hard to do so without spoiling a whole bunch.
yeah.
But there is like I could see Aloy going ahead and recruiting, I guess,
Mhm.
some people. It's really hard not to give any story away in saying that. And so I would assume that's kind of what's going on here. I think it's really interesting that the art style is a little different, but isn't. They said it's not going to be overly cartoony,
Right. It looks like the combat
but it
is
does
also
have
going to
more of like
be
an anime feel to it.
yeah, it looks like the combat is also going to be different too. So they were saying in an interview about the game, in the original game, range combat with the bow is the foundation. So players will slow down time to line up the precise shots with matching elemental attributes to machine weaknesses. But in this one, it's all about managing distance and making quick decisions, when to attack, when to dodge. And they want to keep that attention and excitement from the original hunts, but also redesign it to deliver a fresh experience that's optimized for the multiplayer experience. Um, so there may be some new monsters that you may have to take down too, but because it's an MMO, you have a team that you need to work with, and that will require some coordination, some teamwork,
Hmm.
planning. So uh, that'll be something fresh, I think, that the series will enjoy. Of course, it's an MMO, so you have hubs, you have cities. I'm sure there'll be factions. Um, it's in a different region than the games. It's called the Deadlands. So while the original games are set in the northern part of the world, this is more in the south and actually faces a new threat.
Oh, okay.
So, um,
So yeah, maybe Aloy's not part of it at all. I'd be curious
yeah,
to know.
no word
I think something
yet
else that's really
about.
interesting too.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, I was
Oh,
just
I would
saying.
say, go for it.
I was, I was just saying that there, so far, no word on any of the characters in the other games showing up yet.
Got it. That makes sense. I think something that's really cool about it is that they're saying that the gameplay itself will be different, whether or not like it's the same game, same world, but the gameplay will be different from mobile to PC. And they're going to try to make it more intuitive for the mobile players and more intuitive for the PC players. And so far, I feel like most games that you play that are mobile PC cross compatible, they're usually the same game, and then kind of dumbed down for PC. And so I'm really curious how that'll look and if that'll actually play out as well as they're kind of promising it to be. If it can be a little more in depth on PC, and then I can take it on my phone and kind of play on a little bit more of a phone friendly format. I think that would be really interesting if done well.
Hmm. I was saying before we started that I kind of stick my nose up at mobile games because in the past a lot of them have just not been very good. I think that's starting to change because I'm hearing rumblings that more games are being better developed for the mobile experience, and cell phones are becoming more powerful as well. So um maybe this could be a chance for me to try my hand at mobile games again. I just haven't had a good experience with them in the past, so we will see.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
And
Cool.
then what's next is there was a trailer announcement and that was dropped for a little something called Pokopia, which if you don't know what that is, you should check it out. It looks adorable. It is Pokemon's forte into the cozy life simulation experience. So basically, in the game, you play as a Ditto, which, if you're not familiar with Pokemon, that is a type of Pokemon that can shapeshift. You play as a Ditto that is transformed to look like a human. You find and befriend your fellow Pokemon, carve out a life for yourself, and work together with Professor Tangrowth to build a town for everyone to live in. Oh, hang on just a moment. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry about that. And work together with Professor Tangrowth to build a town for everyone to live in. Learn the moves of your fellow Pokemon to change the land, such as Bulbasaur's Leaf Phage to make the wild grass grow. You can also use abilities to transform and navigate the world around you, such as crossing water with Laprase's Surf. And basically, it is a kind of like Animal Crossing, where you farm, you help things grow, you chop down wood, you craft things, food, all
I'm
kinds
so
of
excited
things.
for this
Okay.
game. I love an Animal Crossing game, and so I am all about it, 100%.
Yeah, so
There you go.
that's supposed to
I
be
think it was
coming out for the Nintendo
1440.
Switch too. It looks adorable, and that'll be coming out, I believe, next year.
Cool. Awesome.
And then last but not least,
I
oh, my bad.
okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. My bad.
Okay, yeah. I This is definitely my kind of game, is all I was gonna say. I love like what Pokemon used to be. I don't know. Uh the newer games I've kind of been like that, but this has that Animal Crossing feel that I really like. And I feel like maybe it's part of the reason they were so mad at Power World is because they were making kind of a survival game in itself. It feels more Animal Crossing than survival, but I'm really excited for what it could be.
Well, last but not least, it was just dropped today. The Game Awards are coming up, and in case you don't know, that is the biggest Game Awards show that is streamed. It's basically the Oscars of video games, and we have a few surprise entries, of course. Game of the Years, the nominees are Clair Obscure Expedition 33, that also coincidentally has the most nominations in history. I believe it was
Oh
I
wow.
forgot how many.
They better win.
Yeah, I forgot how many it was. Let me see it real quick. So Clair Obscure it was the most nominated game with 12 total nominations, and so 12 different categories including Game of the Year. Which is really phenomenal. I think the last one I remember a lot from was probably a couple years ago with Baldur's Gate. I think that one had a lot of nominations as well. Um, we also have Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and I was very excited to see this Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, also nominated for Game of the Year. I was very excited to see that. I've not played it, but it just looks like my cup of tea, and it's kind of like a smaller kind of game, and I know you guys have mentioned it too, so I'm very happy that team made it in. There's also games for, awards for best game direction. Ghost of Yote made that one, as well as Split Fiction. Best adaptation. So these are the shows and movies that are adapted from video games. And they include a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Last of Us Season 2, Splinter Cell Deathwatch, and Until Dawn.
Nice.
Any thoughts about those?
Not necessarily. I'm really curious to see how they kind of play out. Yeah, I don't have anything specific on any of this.
Someone,
Best performances I'm really interested in.
yeah,
Um,
someone did
yeah, I just want
mention
to see. I just can't wait for the
Yeah,
awards.
someone did mention that they were surprised Sonic 3 didn't make the list.
Oh yeah,
Like,
was that this year?
was it last year or this? When did it come out? I think it was.
This year has flown by.
Oh, I need to see. Was that last year? It was last year. That's why.
I thought it was last year.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that explains it. Doesn't count this year. Best narrative, lots of great ones. Kingdom Come Deliverance and Clair Obscur again. Then best art direction. Best score in music. Well, I think we know which one's that one's going to be, probably. Um, best audio design, best performance, innovation, accessibility, games for impact, best ongoing game, best community support, best independent game, best debut indie game, best mobile game, and so many other categories. So if you're curious, you can definitely check out the Game Awards website yourself, and definitely check out the Game Awards, which will be streaming in December 11th.
Oh, so you mentioned best score in music. Claire Obscure did get put in there.
I didn't mention any of them. The ones that did get the nomination for Best Score in Music were Hollow Knight Silk Song, Hades 2, Clair Obscure Expedition 33, Ghost of Yote, and Death Stranding 2.
Interesting.
But I have a feeling we know which one's going to
I
make
swear
that
we had
one.
a news story that said the music wasn't gonna get a music nomination
For Clair Obscure, I
previously.
that one was the
Yeah,
Grammys.
Grammys.
That was the
Okay,
Grammys. Yeah.
got it. Okay, cool. I was like, oh, did the fans fight our way through? Sometimes we do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately,
Different gaming award.
yeah. Grammys is their own thing.
Fair enough. I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't even realize. I'm so out of the loop sometimes. I didn't realize the Grammys had a game like award thing. That's cool. Okay. We will get into the movies that we've been watching. Then I don't. You have you watched a movie?
No, I started watching Chinatown, but it was so late at night, I put a pin on it, so I'm gonna watch Chinatown probably in the weekend when I'm off for Thanksgiving.
Fair enough. I was like, I don't think any of those. You watched some TV. I was like, I don't think any of that is a movie. I did get to watch Predator Badlands at the theaters, and it might be. I just watched it, so it's not fair to say that, but I think it's my movie of the year.
Ooh. Well, it is November,
There was
so
Superman, and there was Superman came out, and Fantastic Four. I can't think of anything else. I would say it's my movie of the year. Superman was really good, but Predator didn't have a right to be as good as it was. That's not like a normal thing for Predator movies to have, to like have this really deep plot and really great messages. Um, I'm one that's like, oh, if I can get a biblical message out of it, then it's a good movie for some reason. I love, especially something like that, right? And so, like, a lot of cheesy movies will have cheesy morals of the story, and um like it's expected, and it's not fun when that's the case. But when you're getting like chosen family and the power of like teamwork out of a Predator movie is just crazy to me. It's PG-13, but it's so gory in its own right. But they're all synths and like green bleeding monsters, so they just got away with the most ridiculous things. Um, and so like you wouldn't have thought that you would have had all of these little um just biblical messages in it. There was another was one of my favorite lines. Um, what if we're more than what they say we are? Or what if we can be more than what they tell us to be, something like that.
mhm.
And I was like, that's so powerful for a Predator movie.
Because isn't the main character kind of like an outcast? That's what I heard.
Yes. So there was some theories that he was going to be like, there's past Predator movies where they were splicing other hunters, and so people thought that maybe he was human spliced. And that doesn't really get mentioned. They just say that he is a weakling in his pack. Um, I've also seen some lore things without getting too depth in the story that his clan, I guess they call it, they seem like they're kind of outcast on their own. They're breaking some of the rules, and I won't go into exactly what's happening there, but he is kind of the runt of his clan, and so he's seen as weak and can't have any weakness, um, in a predator, and so he's very um, like out to prove himself, kind of thing. Um, he's definitely a predator. Like I, what do they call him? The predator race. I'll look it up now. It's gonna bug me. Predator races. The Yacha. Um, the uh, I forgot where I was going with that. Dang. He's definitely he's definitely a predator Yacha. Like he's got this. I can't have anybody in my life. I need to be just strong myself and do it all by myself. And the hunt, I've got to prove myself and be better. And it's yeah, it's really interesting to see him kind of like grow. And then you kind of question like they're almost a little more human than they want to admit, and you kind of have to wonder like, is that a direction that as a fan of Predator you want them, do you want them to be a little more human? Is that okay for them to be a little more human? But he's definitely learning human values, and it's just really cool. And that's all. That's my that's my take on it.
I've not seen any of Alien or Predator, so I can't really comment, but I believe you.
Yeah, I mean, before this, the Predator would be just it's this killer, not a lot of thought, um, out to kill and hunt, and like for the fun of the hunt, um, and like that's kind of like that's their whole way of life is just being as brutal as possible. Um, so yeah, I definitely recommend it. Um, I wish we were doing like a Bible study on it, writing a Bible study on it. Totally could.
I think you totally
Um,
could.
it
That'd be a
is.
good little project to work on.
Yeah, the strength of others. Um, he also like he looks at strength as like how many things he can kill. And so she brings up this idea of like maybe strength is how many people you can protect.
Hmm.
And it's just so good. Can't recommend it enough. We'll get into the movie news though. We've got a couple of Disney things. I think the biggest one's the Super Mario Galaxy trailer. Um, we Bowser never needs to paint himself again. I think we can all agree.
I
Uh,
disagree. I think he's a very good painter.
Fair enough. That was so like so out of left field. A lot of nods to the video games. I didn't play a lot of Super Mario Galaxy, but I got some Odyssey nods for sure. Um, and then a little bit of Super Mario Sunshine nod, which I'm pretty excited about because Sunshine's one of my favorite Mario games.
Yeah, they said it was Sunshine, Galaxy, and let's see, a little bit of Odyssey. Am I going a little bit too far? I think I heard there was a little bit of the
No, there's some Odyssey in
yeah,
there.
I heard a little bit of that.
There's definitely a little bit of Odyssey in there.
I
Yeah, I'm really
I rewatched that trailer so many times. It was so charming. I really loved it.
I went into the first movie thinking I was gonna like it. I really enjoyed it. For what it was. I mean, it wasn't like an amazing blockbuster by any means, but it was a fun movie. And so the second one, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I enjoy these. I think I'll watch these
Well, what I really
for sure.
appreciate about it is that for one thing, it looks really nice. It looks just like the characters popped out
Hmm.
from the games, and I applaud that they're working directly with Nintendo to make that. And then, just writing a fun
Yeah.
story with these characters in mind, in some ways that we haven't seen them before. Yeah, there's a lot of those normal Hollywood beats that I'm like, okay, I can see where this is going, but it's fun. It is fun. It's very charming, and I don't see anything wrong with
Hmm.
it.
I did see one comment, someone saying that they were really upset because Luigi doesn't make an appearance in the trailer.
Hmm.
Oh, he does make a quick one, doesn't he? I think on the motorcycles, maybe he's riding around. But it's not Super Mario Bros. Galaxy. It's Super Mario
Hmm.
Galaxy, and the rumor is that maybe we'll get a Luigi's Mansion movie,
I think well, Luigi's
and
Mansion is a
I'm
it's
so
a
for that.
very popular game, so I wouldn't be surprised if and Luigi's a pretty popular character too.
Yeah, I'm totally down for a Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion solo
Same.
movie. That would
That
be a
would
lot
be
of fun.
really fun.
his ghost feels so Casper-y anyways, like live action Casper back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. And so, yeah, I'm for it. Uh, we also have stills from the Legend of Zelda live action movie. So that's not uh, animated. We've got Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Link and Bo Bragison as Zelda. I don't know either of those names. The costuming looks really good, honestly. Um, I want to say bad things about this movie, but I don't really have a lot of bad things to say. It looks good.
I love that they're filming it in New Zealand. Like that's the perfect place to film
Yeah.
any fantasy thing.
Lord of the Rings vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I I will say that I'm a little worried that it'd be a little Witcher esque. I think it's really we're living in a world, as far as fantasy goes, where people are either comparing something to um, Game of Thrones or The Witcher. You brought Lord of the Rings. I don't think a lot of people compare things to Lord of the Rings anymore. But if it can get that Lord of the Rings feel, you're right. I think people would really hold on to that. Like it's like the new Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
If they can, carry that home, that would be really good for them. Especially filming in New Zealand's genius because that's where Lord of the Rings was filmed. I think you're onto something there. I would, I would love if it kind of pulls from that feeling. It'd be hard to capture that, um, but uh, you know, if you got enough bottles, there's a Zelda reference there.
If nothing
Maybe you can
else,
capture
like
it.
I love the scenery that the photos are in, if nothing else.
Yeah, uh, can't say a whole lot from stills by any means, but I really like his tunic. I think they did a great job on his tunic.
Yeah. Zelda looks great too.
Hmm. Yeah. We'll see. And then finally, I guess this is news. Labubu is getting a movie. We don't really know much else. Sony's making it. We don't know if it's live action or animated or it's coming out. There's no producer, director, writer, or actors. It's just a concept that's for sure happening.
Yay.
So be ready for your Labubu
Yay.
movie.
Oof.
Um, I kind of, because they're terrifying looking, want it to be like a Gremlins situation. I think that would be fun. Um,
Ooh.
is it the Gremlins? You get them wet and they turn into monsters.
That would be interesting.
Let's make it a horror
So like a
movie.
horror
Come on,
movie.
Sony. Be brave. Yeah. I think that'd be so funny. I doubt that's the direction to go, but could be fun. But anyways, we'll move on from that. We'll get into TV. And I'll start with TV. I've been watching The Witcher season 4. I kind of stand by. I feel like if there wasn't 3 seasons of Henry Cavill, I think Liam Hemsworth is doing okay. He's trying his hardest to be Henry Cavill, and I think that is kind of an uncomfy feeling. Which surprised me because usually when I have a recast, that's my biggest gripe is like they try to do their own thing, and I'm like, no, why don't you try to be the person that came before you? Um, but it does feel a little, I don't know, campy because of it. Um, but other than that, it's kind of found its rhythm. It's like it's got 3 different storylines going on right now, and those 3 different storylines are bouncing with really pretty good pacing. They've really got the character of Geralt down, almost comedically. And this, I don't care about anyone. I've got to what the whole season has been. We need to get from point A to point B, no distractions. And everyone's like, okay. And he's like, I can't bring you guys along because you're distractions. Like, we won't be. And he's like, all right. And then they start walking, and then Geralt finds a distraction and like walks them out. They're like, you said no distractions. And he's like, well, this one is important. And that has been the whole season. Um, but it's like so funny because I really captures who Geralt is, and even in the video games and probably the books. But he's just got this like I don't care about anything, but he's the most like he has the most empathy out of any other like character in the series. Um, and it's that they're really showcasing that really well in season 4. They found, like I said, I think they've just really found their pacing in this season, and it's unfortunate because most people have probably given up. And like I said, seeing him go from Henry Cavill to Liam is a little different.
So what you're saying is that it's not as bad as people are making out to be.
Correct. Yeah, I really don't think season 4 is too bad. I'm not gonna say it's monumental by any means, but I've been enjoying it. We're almost done with it. I don't like the rats, but apparently they weren't very popular in the books either. So, um, I guess it is what it is. The rats are a gang. But what have you been watching?
Still on The Office, so I'm in season 6 now with some big relationship revelations between certain characters. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched The Office yet, but some characters got hitched to each other, and tears were
Aw.
shed, and dancing happened, and everybody was happy, but also lots of groaning and face palms with Michael with his usual shenanigans. I'm like, I always get stressed watching The Office because Michael, you love him, but you also can't stand him because he can't shut his mouth. Um, so watching that right now. I'm continuing watching Pluribus, which uh dropped its third episode last week, so episode 4 I think should be coming out this week. Still have no idea what to make it. I'm just taking each episode as it comes, because I have no idea what's happening, and neither does the main character. She's just along for the ride, and she's angry at the world, and I don't blame her. Um, it's just a very strange, unique. It basically, think of it like this: Pluribus is basically think of any zombie apocalypse, but instead of the zombies killing and maiming each other and setting the cities on fire, the zombies are actually nice and they're helping rebuild the world. But it's a hive mind. It's a hive mind, so you have no free will anymore. So it's like that. That's Pluribus basically,
Okay,
and there's only a few
interesting.
people that are immune to it, and the main character it does not want to be part of the hive mind. She likes her independence very much. Um, so yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I've been watching. Still, I'm also watching Bleach right now. I've made it to episode 300. I've been kind of like binging over it over the summer from the very beginning because I've never seen it before, and I finally made it to episode 300. So I think I'm in the home stretch now.
Oh wow, yeah, 300's a lot of
It
episodes.
is a lot of episodes. Quite a few of those were skipped because they ended up being filler arcs, and I don't have time for that.
Fair enough. Well, we'll get into TV then. Just a few stories here. Shogun, sorry, season 2, is in the works. We kind of knew that. It takes place 10 years after season 1, which I think is probably a good thing because season 1 is based off of a book. Season 2 is a fully fleshed out, made up story that the writers of the show have made. Um, but they're saying, I don't think you've ever seen anything like this kind of scale. And so I'm really hoping they take that moving pieces concept that the book had and are able to kind of uh, have lightning strike twice. But I'm really nervous about it because Shogun season 1 is a masterpiece. I don't know if you saw that.
No, but I've heard it was, and it won so many awards. And the book that it's based on is also beloved.
Yeah, it was really it was really good. So 10 years later, hopefully they can kind of distance themselves from the season 1 a little bit and then have its own story. And that way, if it's not that great, we can just kind of be like, well, we'll just pretend season 2 didn't happen. But I do have some faith. I mean, season 1 is good enough that I'm like, they might be able to do it twice. Um, I'm only excited for it if it's good. If it's not great, then I'm gonna be I'm really worried when someone takes a story that's already been done and then they're like, we're gonna continue it, and you're like, you don't have the original writer there to help you.
Exactly.
Um, I'm like, how do you know that you can do it twice? But we'll see. In the same vein, another 20th Century Studios show is Alien Earth, and that has been confirmed for season 2. which is so exciting because they made the first season, setting up a season 2, but they didn't have it greenlit. They didn't know if they would get it. And given there's not Predator Badlands takes place like way in the future of Alien Earth. But it seems to me like they're wanting to kind of create this shared universe with the two again, as they did with AVP. There's so many different ways, given Predator Badlands, that they're going to be able to do that. And so I want Alien to continue taking off for the sake of my Predator movies, which is kind of weird. I don't care so much about Alien. Alien Earth was really good, but I'm really hoping they kind of flesh out this like it's a really cool sci-fi world. It'd be really interesting if they brought Blade Runner back into the fold too, because that is a shared universe with Alien. I would love if they kind of create this like almost it's almost like the MCU, but instead of I guess it'd be more like Star Wars than MCU, in the sense that all these things are happening, they're not super connected to each other. I kind of love that shared world feeling,
It's like
and I want to know what happens to the eye thing.
something
Sorry.
bigger and better, like with each adaptation.
Yeah, for sure. I won't give anything else away, but I want more of the eye thing, and those who know what I mean. um, it's terrifying and it's so interesting. And then finally, we've all forgotten, I guess, that V for Vendetta is a DC comic. I had forgotten at least
I
until
forgot it.
today. James Gunn. Yeah,
I
right?
thought it was its own thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a movie. I maybe thought it was a book. I didn't realize it was a comic book by any means. Um, but V for Vendetta is a DC comic, and James Gunn runs DC Comics, so he is producing a V for Vendetta series on HBO. I doubt it'll be part of the DCU necessarily, but very intriguing. I think that they could totally flesh the story out into its own show. And there's rumors that it might take place after the events of the comic books, but I would just recreate it. I don't think most of us know the stories of V for Vendetta outside the 2005 movie. So I would love to dig deeper into that world.
I don't remember when the movie came out. It
There
came out quite a long time ago. Oh,
2005.
20 years ago. Wow.
Yeah. There's no release date or anything for it yet, but yeah,
I
it's in
think
the
20
works.
years is a good enough time to try another take at it.
Yeah, for sure. But that is all of the TV news. Are you geeking out about anything else this week?
Uh, Nothing yet, but I'm sure there'll be some fun new announcements, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Game of the Year awards show next month. So that one will be fun, but I have to wait a few more weeks for that.
Yes. Well, there's nothing else for me. So, where can they find you
I
at?
am on Discord. I'm usually just hanging out. You can say hi. How you doing? We can geek about games, movies, video games, that kind of thing over on our Geeks Under Grace Discord or otherwise. So I'm there checking every day.
Cool. And you can find me on Instagram at Cody Armour. Keep gaming, keep praying,
All right.
and God
Thank you.
bless.
Bye.